The energy sector is a very important sector for any country in the world. We cannot do anything without energy. Vehicles need energy to run, various industrial activities need energy for production. We need energy to use our mobile phones, we need energy to light our homes. We cannot live a modern life without energy. Therefore, energy is a very important topic to discuss. Non-renewable energy also creates pollution, which helps in creating global warming and various diseases. The use of petroleum and coal as a non-renewable energy source causes pollution and diseases. One day, all non-renewable energy sources like petroleum and coal will disappear due to exploitation. If we do not stop using non-renewable energy sources, global warming will be at its peak. Renewable energy is energy that is obtained from natural sources. Renewable energy sources are abundant around us. Now we are going to discuss about renewable energies that are in harmony with nature and reduce the level of pollution in the atmosphere. The main sources of renewable energy include solar energy, wind energy, hydroelectricity, geothermal energy, and biomass energy. Renewable energy is also cheap. But the question is which country is leading in generating more renewable energy? The country's name is China. China currently has the largest installed capacity of hydro, solar, and wind power in the world, and its energy needs are so great that renewable sources only provide 29.4% of its electricity generation. Hydropower continues to be the largest source of renewable energy. Renewable energy is also responsible for creating more jobs. Renewable energy is now cheap in most countries in the world. China wants to become a global leader in renewable energy production. China has a plan for a 180 gigawatt storage capacity project, and it wants to achieve this goal by 2027. The current electricity storage capacity is 164.3 gigawatts. China has a National Development and Reform Commission. China's National Development Commission works to study and formulate policies for economic and social development. It was established in 1998. China wants to reduce carbon emissions that contribute to global warming. The main components for producing renewable energy are wind, water, and sun. But to produce renewable energy, we need upgraded technologies. China wants to build clean energy, and hydropower is one of them. Hydropower is a source of renewable energy. But generating electricity or power is a controversial topic. Wind power is one of the unique sources of electricity generation. Wind is a type of renewable energy because wind is a naturally replenishing, inexhaustible resource that does not produce harmful emissions. Wind power also creates good-paying jobs. China has 6 of the top 10 turbine manufacturers worldwide. Wind power remains China's third largest source of electricity. China ranks first in the world in wind power generation. A unit with an average annual wind speed of 10 meters per second can generate 100 million kilowatt-hours of electricity each year. Goldwind Science and Technology Company, Limited is a Chinese multinational wind turbine manufacturing company. For the 14 years until 2024, it is the first Chinese company to manufacture wind turbines. It has a market share of 20 to 25% per year in China. Operating in 38 countries, its global market share is about 15%. One problem with offshore wind power generation is strong storms, which can damage wind turbines. China is going to install typhoon-proof wind turbines. Some of the towers are very large, as tall as 30-story buildings. China has installed many wind turbines in the South China Sea to generate electricity. Guangdong is one of China's offshore wind power centers, with about 15% of all offshore turbines worldwide. Chinese companies are leading the way in the research, development, and commercial deployment of typhoon-resistant wind turbines. Thus, China's wind power sector has surpassed the US in installed capacity. Let's discuss hydropower generation in China. Hydropower is one of the renewable energy sources. China has approved the construction of the world's largest hydroelectric dam. This place is located in Tibet. According to the National Energy Commission, China had built 94,000 dams by December 2024. It is estimated that China's hydroelectric capacity will reach 400 gigawatts. If the project for the largest hydroelectric project is successful, China will generate 300 billion kilowatt-hours of electricity. Although India and Bangladesh have opposed the project, China wants to go ahead with the project. As of 2020, there were more than 150 dams in China. Dams reduce fish populations by blocking migration. In July 2025, China demolished 300 dams and closed most small hydroelectric power plants to protect fish stocks. China also completed the world's largest pumped storage hydroelectric power plant. The installed capacity is 3,600 gigawatts, or 3,600 megawatts of electricity. The plant is located in Hebei province. A pumped storage hydroelectric power plant is a type of hydroelectric energy storage that acts like a large-scale rechargeable battery, using two hydroelectric reservoirs at different elevations to store and generate electricity. When the demand for electricity is low, the excess electricity is used to pump water from a lower reservoir to the top. When the demand is high, the water is released downstream through turbines to generate electricity. If we talk about solar energy, we can see China becoming the country with the highest solar energy production. By at least 2024, China will have one-third of the world's installed solar panel capacity. Most of China's solar energy is generated in its western provinces, with the rest of the country exporting. China is building the world's largest solar park in Tibet. On the Tibetan Plateau, which is about 10,000 feet high, the solar panels stretch to the horizon and cover an area 7 times the size of Manhattan. Because the air is so thin, they absorb more sunlight than at sea level. The solar park is called the Talaton Solar Park. It will cover an area of 610 square kilometers. China is installing solar panels faster than anywhere else in the world. In the first 6 months of the year, China installed 212 gigawatts of solar capacity, more than the entire capacity of the United States, and it is expected to reach 178 gigawatts by the end of 2024. The region's cheap renewable energy has attracted heavy industry and data centers. At high altitudes, data centers use up to 40% of their energy to cool their servers. This is a very suitable environment for data centers focused on renewable artificial intelligence. China is also focusing on geothermal energy. But what is geothermal energy? We will discuss that in the next video.